Hey everybody, it's Busy Little Bee. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I don't really have time to do commentary, but I do have highlights from both the members only stream and the public stream that Rosie did last night. It was a total of 5.5 hours worth of content or non-tent, and I got it down to about 20 minutes or so, I believe. So I just wanted to post the highlights for viewers, for other reactors who may want to react to it. But this we got to keep up with Rosie as she goes. I won't be uploading again until Monday, but I will see you all then and enjoy the highlights.
Hello.
Yes, Remy is here to hang out with me today. Okay, so what I've landed on is I want to make something with the ground turkey tonight because I want to use it up. I want to try it. I want to see how my tummy handles the ground turkey because I've talked about this in the past, and like my dad has the same problem, so I could just have like a general intolerance to it. I don't know.
Well, my mom did say that they use ground turkey for the chili.
Yeah, and I don't remember how my stomach was after that, to be honest with you. But also it's chili, so like you can expect that kind of issue with chili. You know what I mean? Like genuinely, like when she told me that, I was like, shit. I wish I remembered if I had any issues or not, because I don't know if I did. What do we do? What do we talk about? What do I say? What the hell is going on here? Oh, but
we could talk about like what we've been doing today, maybe, or maybe how the week has been.
There's just a lot that I can't talk about. I don't quite know what I want to say 100%. Like I've been thinking a lot about the stuff I want to say regarding the docu-series. Because like, you know, it came out, it's been almost 48 hours, it's been about Wednesday night. And I was really struggling mentally. Like with the turmoil of waiting. Versus like the reality of what it actually was just like I bore my heart and soul, and I ripped open all of my trauma. I shared all this stuff that like, and seeing the final product, I was kind of like, why did I do all that? To be honest, like for that, like why? You know? Because when I saw the they don't tell you the price that you pay tagline, I thought, okay, perfect. So because that was from like probably the most emotional moment I had. Like it was like right at the beginning of like the most emotional moment I had on camera. And I was talking about feederism. I was talking about specifically the feederism community, the predators in the community, the people who benefit from luring young girls in, telling them all the good parts, all the fun parts, the things about like reclaiming your body, all those good things. But they don't tell you the price that you pay with your health and your body. And it was such like a big moment for me, like in that situation, that when I saw it in the trailer, I was like, okay, cool. So they're gonna, like, I was not expecting more than like a few moments in this thing, because this thing's not about me, right? But they didn't even expand on the thing that they used to promote. And like I'm in the first couple minutes, like my face is in like the taglines in the opening of the docuseries, it's in the trailer, and then like they don't go into it at all. And really, that's I think all I really gotta say. I think when it comes to just like the me of it all, you know, because ultimately, like, I don't think that there was never a time where I thought like this was all about me. And I know that's kind of the narrative that's being pushed right now. And it's like, if I dare to talk about myself or my feelings or my own involvement. Yeah. I mean, yeah. So like if I dare to talk about, because like at the end of the day, like I was invited, I was involved, I was a part of it, but it's like, I don't know. Outside of that, I'm really, really glad that this story is happening in the mainstream and that people are hearing about Stefan and his years of bullshit, and that some of, not even all, but some of his victims are able to share their stories, and that it's being talked about on a wider scale. But I can speak for, when I speak for myself here, I'm kind of in the space of kind of like just being confused on like, because I think of it as like if I was someone who didn't know me, who didn't know Stefan, who didn't know any of this, and you were just on HBO Max and you're like, oh, Big Girls Wanted, what's this shit? Like, and then you watch it, and like if you were to even remember me, you would just be like, why was she there? Great question. Because they didn't answer it. Like I thought they were going to, you know? But ultimately,
it's confusing for sure.
Because ultimately, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to like, I hope this isn't coming off as complaining, because that's not what I mean for it to come across as at all, or what I'm trying to do at all. I'm just like, I'm confused.
Yeah. So am I.
Should I say this? I'm gonna shut up. I was not expecting much, because they even told me prior to the trailer coming out that I wasn't in it as much as the person telling me like wanted me to be in it. I don't remember what I was gonna say, but I was just kind of like, okay, you know, that's fine. Like I said, like this isn't about me. I went through a lot, like not just the process of filming it. Like I actually filmed like a full like 45-minute like debrief video after I got done with the interview. I've got an onion, I've got ground turkey, I've got sweet potatoes. I'm gonna air fry said sweet potatoes. I'm gonna chop this up. I'm gonna put ground turkey and onion. I've not, and like I genuinely don't think I've cooked with ground turkey. Your girl has been struggling a little bit with the depressy vibes. It's fine. We've been through much worse. We'll live. It's not a big deal. It's just I've been chipping away at some stuff, but there's been some shit I've been neglecting. So this is one of those things. This is just like a bunch of cabbage, broccoli slaw, a bunch of shit that I froze. And I kind of want to try cooking this down like without the meat and seeing what the texture turns into. Because I don't know. This might not be edible.
It could be good.
Okay, we're going to start here.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot going on, but it seems like now that the documentary is out, you finally get like, you know, a breather.
Yeah, I think the unknown was actually driving me batshit crazy.
It's good to have closure.
Yeah, honestly, I'm kind of excited to do something wrong. Other than that, anything else new and exciting? How have you been? Honestly, there is something really exciting and new going on in my life that I cannot talk about. There's actually a few things. Oh, honestly, my life has settled down in one way, but hasn't. It's about to probably actually get crazier. It's not even necessarily the docu-series part. It was the dogpiling, the epic amount of just atrociousness that I dealt with the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Was diabolical. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend that it's normal or that it's okay or that like just because people don't like me that any of that was fucking okay. And I'm not letting them gaslight me in regards to like the like first week when the trailer first dropped. Them saying that I'm making it all about me and that like I'm taking up the spotlight. Well, they're all the ones making it all about me, and they're all the ones making video after video. They're all the ones like perpetrating that narrative. So yeah, because like I mean, mac and cheese is just divisive, which is why I was making that joke to begin with. But some people really don't know what a joke means. So anyway, I think especially moving forward and how I've been the past week or so, like when it comes to the actual like doc itself, the victims, everything. Like I do have some thoughts and opinions, especially like on how they handled Shay and Zio and Cass. And I do have some thoughts about that. However, I really am just trying to like remove myself from all. I don't want to cause anybody any more issues. So like I really am just like staying in my lane. Right. I'll start there.
Kind of think of things to talk about, but my mind's drawing a blank.
I'm just chilling. After I like address it publicly, I kind of just want to move on. Like I think I might still talk about certain things if there's anything relevant going on. I guess what I did not expect was that I would leave the documentary feeling like I didn't understand why I was there. Because I just do not understand the decision to use me for the promotion, to put me in the trailer when that was what was shown. I do kind of have this like feeling now of like, well, now what?
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of know now what, but that's stuff I can't really get into. But still, even that is still like developing in a huge unknown.
Cross that bridge when we get there. I feel like right now is kind of like an in-between stage.
Very, yes, very, very much so. For a lot of things in a lot of ways. Basically, when I'm done with this part, and I'm done cooking this down, I'm considering switching over to a public live for a little bit, where like I finish cooking the ground turkey and everything. A lot of people love to give me their opinion about my members' content who don't pay for it, but like I actually give a fuck about what you guys think. Like, I mean, I'm feeling pretty good. Like I haven't had a pain flare in a minute, so love that for me. I am planning to still do a public live tomorrow, assuming I don't cancel it for some reason. Hi Rosie, I just watched the doc the other day. I hope you don't take this the wrong way, but do you feel like an expert on the topic they said you were an expert on? Good question. I had no idea they were gonna put Peter as an expert. That's kind of wild. I think it is a topic I am extremely well versed in. I think it is a topic that I have a lot of not only personal experience, but like a wide variety of experience in. I think that I am someone who definitely has more expertise on the topic than the average person. I did not give myself the title feudalism expert. They put that there. So I don't know. So I was told prior to the trailer dropping that my portion was going to be like pretty minimal. I knew that. I did not realize just how minimal, to be honest. But I was not surprised by that. I thought at the very fucking least they would expand upon and like use the clips from the moment that I was talking about where they don't tell you the price that you pay. Am I lagging for anybody else? I thought I would at least have something that I talked about featured, you know? Did you know that Tess was going to be in it? I did not. And can I be real? I get that she's probably like one of the most famous like fat influencers. I was so confused why she was there because honestly, in my opinion, it was like either she should have been there or I should have been there. You know what I mean? Like why we were both there was confusing. And for them to only have like the little tiny title card at the very end that if you're watching part 3, like or the last episode on HBO Max, like the screen goes up and you have to like go back into it to even see the title card saying Shay had passed. It was like, I don't know, like I get the timing and maybe that's really all they could do. I don't know TV, but like I didn't like that. Well, I guess she's part of body positivity, yeah, but this was more talking about feederism. Why did you want it to be all about you and not the victims? Did you understand what you were doing? I do not believe that I wanted it to be all about me and not the victims. I genuinely, with my whole fucking chest, believe that that was a narrative that's been heavily pushed by Girl World because that has been pushed since the moment the trailer came out. I thought my feudalism story was going to be a part of it, right? Like, I thought me talking about feudalism and all of that would have been like a little section in it. You know what I mean? Like, because why else would they interview me for hours and go through all my trauma to include none of it? I'm sorry, that's a fair assumption. That is a fair assumption to make. I'm not going to be like told I'm crazy for that. I can see why people may have perceived that you were centering yourself, but knowing you and your intentions and character, I can see how you just went about things in a way you now regret. Yeah. Honestly, I know you're trolling and it's just getting annoying. Goodbye. He talked about masculinity and leadership. Yeah, I vaguely remember that. Fingernails being painted being feminine and leadership being masculine. Are you listening, babe?
Yeah, I am.
Because they're asking about that.
I mean, I can comment on that. It doesn't bother me.
Okay.
So I guess the reason I say that is because, you know, if you look at history and you look at, you know, because they are gender stereotypes, and I'm not saying that, like, you know, men and women are like, their masculinity and femininity are like mutually exclusive, because they're not. You know, I can speak for myself. I have a feminine side to myself, but I also have a masculine side, and that is okay. I'm not criticizing anyone. I don't think they're mutually exclusive, and I think maybe.
So, baby, can I rephrase the
wrong impression?
Can I rephrase the question? I want to rephrase the question.
Yeah.
What about leadership is masculine to you? Why is leadership a masculine quality? because I think that's kind of people getting hung up on. And to be honest, babe, I kind of see their point. So I'm actually curious what your answer is. What about leadership to you is a masculine trait?
Well, that mainly comes from my military experience, and you look at history with like military commanders and like presidents and stuff like that. They tend to be men, and so traditionally, leadership I would consider to be a masculine trait. I don't know. I don't really know how to answer this question if I'm being honest.
Okay. Yeah, I don't it was not meant to be anything like weird, guys.
No, not at all.
I think what he is saying is he himself has both masculine and feminine qualities, and he sees leadership as one of his masculine qualities. Do you agree?
Yes, I agree.
I in our private conversations, he's like, because like he has not been very open about like his military stuff online. That was kind of outed, unfortunately, by really shitty people. Yo, super fan, I'm gonna just give you one warning here. I don't want none of this shit, and I know that there's like a 99% chance that you're a trolling account. So like, you're on thin ice already. I ain't doing this shit. I ain't doing the drama. I ain't doing the foodie. I ain't doing the Amber shit. Holly, I don't get your comment. Biological women shouldn't be underrated. We go through a lot. Who is underrating us, Holly? Exactly, Amy. What? I'm not here for that. You think it's easy for trans women? Holly, I really don't fuck with that rhetoric, girl. I think there's some low-key like transphobia happening with some of these takes, and I'm not here for it. You know what, Alien? No. This is a safe space for trans people, and I don't think you're safe. Sorry, you can go. No. Yo, Levi, can you hand me one of them Sprites, please? Oh! I got some in my nose! Huh? Are you saying one of my haters reached out to you to get more lore on me? What? But I'm the parasocial weirdo. But I'm the weirdo. Can we talk about soda prices?
They don't tell you the price you pay!
I think what was so like startling to me in all of this. So like I'm gonna talk about that and like my involvement. So this conversation is gonna be a lot of like me, like because I'm talking for myself. I am not making the mistake of talking for other people involved in their stories. I think everyone should watch the doc so you can learn more about Paradise and Stefan and the women impacted. The fact of the matter being, I was in it so briefly to a degree that I find very confusing. It makes no sense to me that I was in the trailer. I was shown in like the first 30 seconds, roughly, a couple minutes of the first episode. But I was like basically, I just like explained one or two points and like they never expanded on the price that you pay. It's just the fact that they didn't give any context to that, especially to that moment, because like I never pointed it out until now that in that trailer, if you look closely, you can see there's like a tear stream down my face because I had just started crying. And so when I saw that, I was like, I knew exactly what moment that was from because it was like near the end of my interview when it got like the most emotional. And I was talking about feederism. And I was talking about men, the predators that hide in the shadows of the community. I was talking about the feeders in the community. I was talking about how men just will come to you and sell you this fantasy. was another part of the clip that they took, right? That was the part that they clipped from. I was talking about how they sell you a fantasy. And, you know, and I was probably also talking in relation to Stefan, right? But they sell you this fantasy. They sell you this image, this idealized, where you don't have to be at war with yourself and your body and your relationship with food. You can not only make peace with it, but you can enjoy it and take pleasure in it, right? And you can get all these like good things, but they don't tell you the price that you pay. They don't tell you what happens after you turn 30. They shy away from that. They have a goal. I'm really frustrated that people don't get to see that moment, because now it's just a meme. It's just a tagline. I paid a great price for things that I didn't understand until it was too late. And I just feel like it was a missed opportunity, and it really, as a viewer, is confusing as to like why I was even there. In the beginning, yeah, they did make it seem like I was gonna be more involved. However, like I said before the trailer dropped, they did give me like a heads up. I guess I just honestly thought it would be kind of like I'd be in it about as much airtime as like Tess Holiday got. You know what I mean? Like where I kind of just had like a couple minutes to talk about the feederism part, and they like clipped parts from that point in the interview. That's kind of what I thought it was gonna be, based on the trailer and based on like what I knew. And it was less than that.
I've been pretty quiet during this live, yeah.
Yeah, you're just hanging out with me.
Yeah, I'm just letting you talk.
I genuinely believe if they had just shown a little more context, me being there makes more sense than Tess Holiday being there. Aside from the fact that she's just a more famous name. It's kind of why I had like a little bit of a mental breakdown about like sometime like a week after the trailer came out. Like it was within the week it came out. I kind of had like a full-on mental breakdown at one point, because I was just kind of like, holy shit. And then I think that's what's frustrating. You know, I think that's the frustrating part for me, is like I bore my heart and soul out in that room. We're just gonna slap some shit together and say a prayer. And hopefully this isn't ass. I have plans. The way that it's just become normalized to post revenge pee of me, the way that that's just like a meme and a joke, I don't know what else to do. Do you do the dishes sitting down? Yeah. I've really been struggling with eating recently. Oh, Mom, and at this time, I'm not going to be moving forward at all with getting a cat, because if my life goes the way that I want it to a year from now, I may not be here in Florida. I've been streaming for 4 hours, if you include the members only. Holy crap. Sweet potato. And then this is the final product. It's pretty good. It's ground turkey, sauteed cabbage and broccoli slaw, onion. I used a lot of the fairy dust my friend got me, that seasoning salt. It's really good. I like it a lot. I used garlic, ginger, garlic powder, soy sauce, rice vinegar, 5-spice, I'm forgetting something. MSG. And then I'm just gonna slap this sumbitch on this sumbitch, and we're gonna call it a day. That's dinner. Oh, I have a lot of portions of this. For anyone in the replay, there's been like at least minimum 10 spam accounts. I think it's more, to be honest. I've genuinely lost count. Of someone like spamming something about me and farts, and it's childish. This is what I mean when I talk about like harassment.
My heart